How's it going, YouTube? Prisco here, coming at you with another video. Today we've got a new Time Thief list for you guys to take a look at. 7th place this past Wednesday at the GG for free, which is hosted by a good friend of mine, LoganJYA. I'll link his channel down in the description below for you guys. But yeah, Time Thief took 7th place. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. Out of, I think it was like 37 or 38 people, I went X2, which isn't too bad. If I probably would have won one of my losses if I just played a little bit better, but it's fine. It is what it is. I'll take my losses on the chin, and I'll keep moving forward. That's what I always tell myself. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this deck profile that I've got for you. So, have the deck right here. This is the IRL version, by the way. This tournament was held on Dueling Book. I do have one change from my IRL version that I don't have access to right now. They're coming in the mail, but I'll tell you guys what those are when we get there. So, starting off the deck profile, as always, we are playing 3 copies of Time Thief Regulator, or as we like to call him, Rescue Robot. This card can summon 2 Time Thieves from the deck. It does exactly what a rescue card would do. Summons them in defense position. They're 2 level 4s. You use them to make Redoer. Pretty good. It also has a graveyard effect. It comes up every once in a while, where if an XYZ monster is destroyed by battle, this can summon itself out and banish itself when it leaves the field. Summons itself out from the graveyard. But mostly, you're just using that one on-field effect, unless you really just want to block some damage from your opponent. So, this, pretty good, pretty useful. Best normal summon in the deck. Next, we are playing 3 copies of Time Thief Winder. This is your Stratos, your Searcher. You're going to special summon this to the field either off of Regulator or by using its own effect to detach an Xyz material from a XYZ card that you control. And then you use it to search any other card in the deck. Any other card with Time Thief in its name other than itself. It's pretty good, pretty strong. That's why we play it at 3, because we like seeing it in our opening hand. Winder plus Regulator is full combo. So, moving on, we are playing 2 copies of Bezelship. In Archetype DD Crow. I don't think I need to say anything less, or anything more, I should say. But this can target an XYZ monster you control, and attach any card from your opponent's graveyard to it as material without targeting your opponent's card, which is really good. On top of that, it can summon itself out from the graveyard by detaching any material from any XYZ monster you control. So, it's an extender, it's disruption, it's pretty good. Normally, I'd be playing 1, but having 2 for the grind matches, which this deck likes to do, does come up quite often, and it's very helpful. Also, we're playing 1 copy of Chrono Quarter. Chrono Quarter is more so like it's like a chump block almost, but it is a very, very niche extender that can come up if you do open up Winder. If you don't open up Winder, then you're summoning Winder off of Regulator anyway. So most of the time you're going into Bezelship. This, not necessary, but it's nice when it does come up. Also, if your opponent doesn't read cards, they go battle phase, and you tribute this during their battle phase, and they take the next damage you take. It could also keep them from dealing damage if they're pretty close to lethal. Next, moving on, we are playing 2 copies of Rocket Tracer, 1 Dragon, Silver Rocket, and then 1 Recharger. Yeah. Rocket package is very strong. It's very, very useful in Time Thieves because Quick Launch is a E-Tele for level 4s. It's also an E-Tele for dragons, depending on how you look at it. And, yeah, Tracer just gains you a lot of advantage in general. Tracer or Quick Launch can be 1 card full combo, depending on what you're going for. And then the last part of our engine, we're playing Parallel Exceed. Not exactly an engine piece, but it's a very, very good extender. Probably the best extender in the deck. When you link summon with an arrow pointing down, you summon this to an arrow that a link monster is to a zone a link monster points to. It becomes level 4, half its attack and defense. Then you summon another copy of itself from the deck that also becomes level 4 with half attack and defense. Really strong. You see the synergy? Going on to the hand traps, we're playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, with 3 copies of Gamma with the 1 driver. Not too much explanation there. Gamma is searchable in this deck because Time Thief Redoer is a psychic. And you can make your Lambda banish Redoer and search for Gamma in the end phase. Really strong. And then our bricks, we are playing Dragoon. We are indeed playing Dragoon. Normally, I would suggest against this, but it's come up quite a lot. Dragoon is very hard to out, and if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with it, well, you kind of just win, my dude. So yeah, going on into the spells, we are playing 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity. This new pop card is really, really strong. You banish anywhere between 3 or 6 cards from your extra deck face down, your choice, and then reveal the top 6 cards or 3 cards, depending on what you milled or what you banished, and then add one to your hand. Place the rest of them on the bottom of the deck in any order that you want. The extra deck is a lot of toolbox, so you can easily just get rid of cards you know you're not going to use or need, and then just dig deeper for your combo pieces or your combo starters. So Pot of Prosperity, definitely a staple in this deck. Next, we are playing 3 copies of Quick Launch with the 1 Boot Sector Launch. Again, E-Tally for level 4s or Dragons. Boot Sector Launch is like a soul charge going into the grind games. Kind of broken, kind of necessary. The next card is the card that I wasn't playing online, but is the card that I'm proxying for now because it serves the same purpose. I'm playing Psychic Eraser Laser, but online on Dueling Book during the tournament today, I was playing Droplets. I don't have access to Droplets right now. They're still in the mail. But Psychic Eraser Laser is a super budget option to Droplets. You can use it to out either your opponent's Zeus or their Dragoon because it doesn't target, it just sends. The downside, Droplets can negate multiple, where this one just negates 1. Also, your opponent's gaining life points off of this card, rather than Droplets, where you're halving the attack of the negated monsters that your opponent controls. So, if you really just looking for a Dragoon out, pick these up. They're really cheap and 100% worth it. For our one-of spells, we're playing 1 Called by the Grave, 1 of this really piece of trash card, 1 of this like kind of okay card, and then 1 Red Eyes Fusion. Called by the Grave, necessary because this is your 3rd Gamma. Essentially, Gamma is just to protect Regulator. Startup is a card that I don't like because it's a neg 1, but it does come in clutch every once in a while if you don't open up very optimally. If you open up like Winder Bezel Ship, you can activate this, or you can search this to special summon the Bezel Ship after you've normaled your Winder. It comes up. There's times where I feel like I just need it, so I go for it, even though I go neg 1 in card advantage. Its graveyard effect is really broken, though, because you can banish it to a target 1 XYZ monster you control, and attach a spell, monster, and a trap Time Thief cards from your graveyard to that Time Thief XYZ monster. So that does come up quite a bit, especially in grind games. Also, you can attach it to Redoer and just get us draw off of like Flyback or Perpetua. Going into traps, we're playing 3 copies of Crackdown. Crackdown's really good right now because you can just steal your opponent's Vanity's Fiend. People weren't playing Vanity's Fiend for a little while, but now I see a lot of people are going back to that play. So having access to this can stop your opponent completely. Steal their normal summon, you can steal their Borbo, you can steal there's you can steal their Zeus, which is weird, but like it came up once where I stole their Zeus and they couldn't attack over it because they didn't have the bodies. Yeah, it happens. This is a really good card. It comes in clutch. Crackdown's kind of nice. And then wrapping everything up, we're playing 3 Flyback, which I know that's crazy, and 1 Retrograde. Flyback is really good right now, and I'll tell you why. It's another in-archetype DD Crow. Right? You can banish this from your graveyard, target an Time Thief XYZ monster you control, and then just attach a card from your opponent's graveyard to that monster. Right? So this card right here, you can keep it in your hand, right? Pitch it to negate off of Dragoon, and then use it later on in the turn to steal a card from your opponent's graveyard and attach it to Redoer, which you can then use against them later. Really strong. Also, setting this isn't that bad because you can just chain it to Redoer's activation to bounce, and then attach another copy of it from the deck to Redoer because Redoer doesn't attach for cost, and then just get a free bounce. It's really strong, it's really good, and I highly suggest playing 3, especially in this format. Going forward and to a new format, we'll see what happens on the ban list drops. I'm not entirely sure if I'll still be playing 3, but right now, I really like it. Extra deck, we are playing 2 copies of Time Thief Redoer, 2 copies of Time Thief Perpetua. I'm playing 2 and 2 because Prosperity is a thing. I want to have access to my Perpetua at all times because this is going to help me in my grind games. Also, I do like to Perpetua in general, even without Prosperity, because if I lose my first Perpetua for whatever reason, my grind game is done. I can't recur my Redoers from the graveyard. I also can't revive my Interruptions from the graveyard. So having Perpetua at 2 is very strong. Redoer at 2 is also really strong because having double Redoer just pretty much deck your opponent out is really, really nice. So there's that. We're also playing 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Raider's Knight, and 1 Arc Rebellion XYZ for the rest of my XYZ's cards. So Dweller is just a meta call because graveyard reliant format. You can't do anything in the graveyard if I don't let you. And then Raider's Knight with the Arc Rebellion can steal games. Right? A lot of people will say that you should be playing Blaze Falcon as well. I highly disagree with that. Arc Rebellion just does the job so much better. It steals the attack of every monster on the field, skill drains everything else, and then just attacks for game. What more can you want? Right? So yeah, there's that. For the links, we are playing 2 Striker Dragon, again for the grind matches, also because of Prosperity. We're also playing 1 Almirage for the Link 1s. Link 2s, Barricade Board Blocker, Lambda, Anaconda, 1 Appaloosa, and then the Dragoon. A lot of this is all flex, right? Like, you can easily take out Appaloosa for whatever you want. You don't have to play the Dragoon package, but I really think you should. Barricade Board Blocker is kind of cool if you have the extra resources to just get another body on board, because then you could just recur the Boot Sector launch after you pop it with Tracer, and now you have a Soul Charge going into turn 3 and 4. Striker Dragon is playing at 2 is really good for grind games, and then these are pretty self-explanatory. For the side deck, here's where this like the spice comes in, right? We're playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone and 1 Heartpiece Feather Duster, right? Pretty standard. You need some back row hate. It's gonna happen. We're also playing 3 Blizzard, all right? So cool interaction I learned today. You can, even if your opponent has Magical Meltdown on the field, right? They search for Alistair, normal Alistair, search for Invocation. Activate Invocation, chain Blizzard, target Invocation, right? Magical Meltdown says you can't negate the activations of fusion spell cards or cards that would fusion summon. Blizzard doesn't negate activations. It says negate the activated effects, right? So Invocation is now just a dead card in your hand. This is also an out to Dark Ruler No More and Mystic Mine and Droplets and a lot of those cards that just say your opponent can't respond to them other than like Super Poly. So Blizzard's really good because you can just go, let's say they go to Droplets you just chain Blizzard, target Droplets, right, if they don't send a spell, and then Droplets will go back to their hand. Now they have a dead card in their hand and they discarded to use it, so they went -1. Unless their deck really just likes having cards in the graveyard, which a lot of the decks right now do. Alternatively, Shaddoll Fusion or Invocation, those cards that really like to use their fusion or their spell cards to just gain more advantage. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, my dude. I'm sorry. You're gonna just take that card back. Pot of Desires. No, I don't have the Ash. Blizzard. Target Desires. Desires goes back to your hand now. You banish 10 for nothing. Good job. It's stupid. It's really stupid. This card is dumb. But that's it for the spells. For the monsters, we're playing 3 Godarla. That's literally just for bird up, because Wind Barrier Statue kind of hurts. Not gonna lie. We're also playing 3 Droll and Lockbird, and then 2 Ghost Bell and a Haunted Mansion. That's going to wrap up the deck for you guys. Right? I hope that you enjoyed, and I really hope that you stop by one of my Twitch streams. I don't have a set schedule. I had a set schedule, but things are a little wonky right now at home. And so I stream when I can, and when I do, it's always a great time. So I hope you guys stop by. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, if you guys want to hop in my Discord, I'll link it in the description down below. And I host a lot of tournaments every week, in conjunction with Imperial Gaming, who I'm wearing their merch, and their logo is down there. They are one of my sponsors, and one of the people that I work with on a very, very close basis. The owner is a good friend of mine, and I've collaborated with him to run the online tournaments for him. They're remote duel format. Excuse me. They happen every Sunday, Monday, and Friday. Sundays happen at 1 p.m. Eastern, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. However, Fridays happen in my Discord and not in the Imperial Discord, because in the Imperial Discord on Fridays, he's running Duel Links, and I don't really take part in that. I might at some point in the future, but at the moment, I'm kind of just focusing on TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! But if you want to take part in that, it's $5 entry, OTS on entry, and prize support will be handed out to top 4. And I think we're capping it at 32 people right now. So right now, we're not getting that many people, but we're looking forward to having that many people. So if you want to join, if you're into remote duels, go ahead and join the Discord. All the information will be listed in there. In the meantime, I really do, again, hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Stay hydrated, stay healthy. I love all you guys. Deuces, thank you for being here. Remember, you matter.